afternoon. This is Sriporna Roy.
This is Rishabh Rai. Welcome to CityCast.
Construction workers in the city are not receiving proper gear. Our reporter Rishika Kashyap finds consequences are disastrous.
Karnataka Labour Department says 105 construction workers died due to accidents this year alone. Many construction workers in the city are unregistered.
There is a sand, quicksand or something. Person just goes inside and somebody is not noticed. And all such things happen. It could be anything. And some are reported and some are not reported. And only those who, and some have not got registered. Many have not got registered.
Construction workers are not given basic safety equipment such as helmets, seat belts and injury protection. The Bangalore Police Department says 11 deaths were reported in the past 2 months alone.
सेफ्टी में ध्यान नहीं देता है, सेफ्टी में ध्यान नहीं देगा, अपना लेबर के ऊपर में ध्यान नहीं देगा, लेबर के ऊपर में ध्यान देना सुपरवाइजर का काम है, वो देना ही देगा तो ऐसा एक्सीडेंट नहीं होगा.
Media reports say 5 construction workers on an average die every month in Bengaluru.
ये सेफ्टी गियर देना चाहिए ना, लेकिन नहीं देते. ये कॉन्ट्रैक्टर लोग भी सेफ्टी के लिए पैसा कभी नहीं डालते.
Construction workers continue to work in unsafe environments despite constant accidents. They await safety equipments from their contractors. This is Rishika Kashyap reporting for CityCast.
Outdoor advertisements are now on walls of buildings in different parts of the city. Our reporter Saili Patil tells us more on the story.
Banned wall painting advertisements are disrupting the city's natural beauty. Advertising agencies shifted to painted advertisements after outdoor hoardings got banned by Brihat Bengaluru Mahanagar Palike in 2018, but ad agencies continue to paint the walls.
Wall painting nahi ban kar diya. Otherwise, another all format is approved for BBMP. They are doing as per customer requirement what he needs. We will do around the full Bangalore.
BBMP says wall painting and other outdoor ads disturb the aesthetics of the city and distract the drivers, hence the ban. Till now, BBMP has filed 440 FIRs against the ad agencies that have violated the law. The ban has affected the business as the agencies are running in losses.
The entire policy, which is being sold as a very virtuous regulatory thing, has allowed BBM to monopolize this thing, has sent numerous people out of business, and large number of, at the same time, people are losing their livelihood. They have been on the roads because of this skewed policy.
Wall painting advertisements can be found in the outskirts of the city as well, but because it does not come under BBMP, no action is taken against them.
ಅವ್ರು ದಂಡ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಲೈಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಮನೆ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ಗಳಂತ ಬೈಲಾಗ ಏನಿದೆ, ನಕ್ಷೆಗಳೇನಿದೆ, ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಗಳೇನಿದೆ, ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಖಾತಾ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
The PIL against outdoor advertisements is still being heard in the Karnataka High Court. Currently, the ban prevails in the BBMP limit. However, efforts are being made to impose the statewide ban and make Karnataka outdoor advertisement free state. This is Saili Patil reporting for CityCast.
Moving from advertising to playgrounds. Residents find themselves without a ground to play. Our reporter Rishabh Rai tells us what ails the playgrounds in the city.
Only a few grounds that come under BBMP are properly managed. This leaves children without a place to play.
I'm not maintaining it here.
Okay.
It was 3 years like this.
Okay.
Yeah, the net is broken.
Residents feel that the BBMP does not visit the ground to ensure they are safe to play for kids.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
They need to understand what the kids want and listen to the kids.
Yeah.
Who listens to the kids? No one listens to the kids.
However, the BBMP commissioner said they are maintaining the grounds, but the monsoon season made things worse.
Continuous raining in Bangalore. That's why there is whatever you called that leaf litter and others are very high in this condition. After completing rainy season, we can completely remove.
The city has 1,112 grounds that are maintained by the city council. Experts say it does not cost much to maintain the grounds.
उस पे ज्यादा पैसे की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती, आदमी की इच्छा शक्ति की जरूरत पड़ती है. कुछ जरूरत नहीं, ये सभी खर्च है. 1000 रुपए 20,000 मान को जोड़ लोगे तो सालाना खर्च हो जाएगा. वो अच्छा लेवल का ग्राउंड भी मेंटेन हो जाएगा, किसी को शिकायत भी नहीं होगी.
Those who can afford it end up hiring turfs for playing a match with their friends. The ones who are affected are the ones who are without the capacity to pay for turfs. This is Rishabh Rai reporting for CityCast. We'll be right back after a short break. On the other side, we see how restaurant owners and residents are facing trouble in Indira Nagar. Welcome back. Restaurant owners in Indira Nagar are facing trouble due to road work in progress. Our reporter Sriporna Roy tells us how this impacts their business.
Restaurant owners find it difficult to attract customers due to the delay in the white topping project that has almost blocked the entrances to their establishment. Reports say in December 2020, BBMP had promised to white top the road in a month's time, but only 1/3 has been completed.
Construction it's been since like 1 year. Construction is almost we last like 50% of the footfall. Customer, I don't want to take like so many ways to come the particular place. I'll take somewhere near my place and I'll drink there only.
The construction work has also forced smaller businesses like chaat stalls and pan shops to relocate.
यहाँ पर था रोड के कंट्रैक्शन वजह से मेरा दुकान है ऐसा मैं रोड पर बैठा हूँ अभी.
BBMP officials say that initially the delay was due to the increase in the number of COVID positive cases. However, the incessant rain and other reconstruction projects continue to delay it further. BBMP started white topping roads in 3 phases. However, only 7 out of 73 roads had been completed till November last year.
See, during construction work, scheduling and timing is very important. Work should be done in phases and alternatives should be found. Traffic should be redirected to other roads when it comes to arterial roads.
Residents complain that they face parking problems, congestion, and need to take several detours to reach their destination. They are hopeful that there will be an end to their misery soon. This is Sriporna Roy reporting for CityCast. Fewer people buying two-wheelers this year. Our reporter Shubhangi Mishra tells us the outlook of the sector.
Society of Indian Automobile Manufacturers data show two-wheelers domestic sale registered a decline of 13.9% in April this year. Sales managers say that two-wheeler dealers are also losing their market due to lack of funding from bank. Finance is rejected by the bank due to buyers' low credit score.
Two-wheelers are purchased by all middle-class families in India. Like 80% customers are going through finance, where bank people are unable to give the finance to those customers. So they are unable to purchase the vehicle. This is the main factor where we are lost 30% of the sale as if now.
Karnataka Two-Wheeler Mechanic Association says there's a 60% dip in sales of two-wheelers in the city this year.
इधर 60% डाउन हो गया मैडम. आजकल क्या हुआ, दाम भी ज्यादा हो गया, पेट्रोल गाड़ी का रेट भी बढ़ गया. इधर लोग ज्यादा मेट्रो वो पकड़ के जाएंगे.
Commuters are shifting to public transport and are not buying two-wheelers due to their financial instability. However, experts say there is a hope of recovery in the market. Experts say it's too soon to conclude that electric scooters will outstrip the demand of two-wheelers. This is Shubhangi Mishra reporting for CityCast.
While there may be hope for the two-wheeler industry, driving schools in the city struggle. Our reporter Shubham Chauhan tells us more.
Driving schools in Bangalore are struggling to recover from the financial losses incurred during the pandemic. Owners say they are yet to pay the salaries of their instructors.
कम चल रहा है, 4-5 महीने का भाड़ा नहीं भरा है, पेमेंट नहीं दिया लड़का लोगों को, महीने में 1 लाख भी नहीं होता हमारा.
Owners also say that due to low revenue, they are looking at increasing the price of their courses.
Lower staff and maintaining. They reduce the staff, petrol, fuel charges, materials, everything get high. Very difficult to manage. You have to increase the price slightly.
Students, on the other hand, complain that the existing cost for such courses isn't affordable for them.
They're quite expensive. They charge 10K for teaching two-wheeler as well as a four-wheeler. It's more than necessary. Students cannot afford this price.
The financial crisis also comes around the time when the union government has laid down new rules for driving schools, mandating them to have at least 1 acre of land as infrastructure, among other clauses. Driving schools are worried about how they will manage to abide by them given their financial conditions at the moment. Economists say that any financial aid for these sectors isn't possible due to lack of data.
We do not have exact information regarding what has been the actual impact. When you formulate policies, you need to have foolproof information regarding the sector that you are trying to intervene in, so that policy initiatives would be yielding the adequate results.
Driving schools in Bangalore are having a hard time coping up with the new rules set by the union government for them. This is Shubham Chauhan reporting for CityCast.
See you after a short break. On the other side, we bring you a story on the state of government schools in the city.
Welcome back. The number of students who cannot read and write are increasing. Our reporter Yukta Shah tells us more on the story.
ACER reports say that there are nearly 33.2% students of government schools who do not know how to read and write in Karnataka. The main reasons for this is attributed to the shortage of teachers.
टीचर बहुत सारा सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाता है, सो कभी कभी मुझे नहीं समझ में आता
कौन कौन सा सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा रहा है.
The Department of Public Instruction says that still there is a vacancy of 25,800 for teachers in government schools. They are planning to recruit guest teachers until they are filled. She tells us the reason behind the vacancy.
There are shortages due to retirement, transfer, some cases due to death.
Teachers of the government schools tell us that they are unable to cope with the number of students they have to teach.
There are very few teachers, so we have to teach all the subjects, which is very tiring, and it also reduces our efficiency in teaching.
Experts tell us how the shortage of teachers affects the studies of the students.
A proper teaching learning experience be a limited teacher-student ratio. Exceeds the limit. The teacher cannot give equal attention to all the students. Consequently, the performance of the student suffers.
The shortage of teachers in government schools is affecting its students severely. This is Yukta Shah reporting for Citycast.
Green hotels in the city are struggling as customers are not willing to pay extra for sustainable stay. Our reporter Shubhashri brings us more.
Secretary of Hotel Association says the eco-friendly hotels run with 30 to 45% occupancy in Bangalore. This is due to the lack of awareness among the customers about the sustainable hospitality.
Current situation is okay for green hotel is not so good. Little bit expensive. Business is also very low.
Green Hotel use solar and tidal energy. They encourage local products and preserve biodiversity. Thus, the price of the construction and maintenance of these hotels are a bit more from the normal ones. A study by the Institute of the Hotel Management say 84% of the guests do not consider eco stays while booking a hotel.
I don't think I've ever considered eco-friendly criteria.
Down to Earth report says global tourism produces 8% of the greenhouse emissions from different factors. However, green hotels can bring it down to 70 to 75%. Experts says to establish an eco-hospitality, people should understand and choose sustainable life choices.
When you have customers or guests who are aware, you have to cater to their needs. So it's a process and we're in the middle of it.
Many hotels are planning to make sustainability affordable. They are hopeful about customer awareness in upcoming years. This is Subhashri reporting for Citycast Bangalore.
It's a hard time for the handloom weavers of Mariyappanpalya as they don't receive medical aid by the government. Our reporter Sai Chisetti tells us more on the story.
Weavers in Mariyappanpalya struggle for basic health amenities as they are not receiving enough medical aid from the Handloom Weavers Comprehensive Welfare Scheme initiated by the central government.
మోదీజీ చెప్పిండారు ఉంది ఇట్లా మగ్మల్కే కష్టము వయసైన వాళ్ళకంతా ఉంది అని అయితే మాకు ఇదివరకు ఏమీ రాలేదు అది యాడుందో యాడిపోయిందో తెలియదు ఊరికే పని చేస్తూ ఉంటాం అంతే ఏమో చేయాలా చేస్తూ ఉంటాం అంతే.
Weavers do not have enough money for the treatment, even to buy medicines for the older members of their families. They have intense pain in limbs and observe failing vision as they work for long hours.
శుద్ధి చేస్తాము కళ్ళు ఉన్నంతసేపు ఈ కళ్ళు తగ్గిన తర్వాత పోక్ కనపడదు అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలా రోడ్ల ఆడుకొని తినాలా.
The experts say that this matter should be looked into as soon as possible. The Karnataka government announced health insurance scheme benefiting around 40,000 handlooms in the state, but officials from the Weaver Society deny getting enough help.
గవర్నమెంట్ నుంచి ఈ వర్క్స్కి ఏముందో దాన్ని మేము ముట్టిస్తాం అంటే వాళ్ళ డబ్బు మేము తిని మేము ఇదయ్యలేదు సెట్ ఏం పెద్దగా ఏం రాదు.
Hence the weavers are still seeking for a ray of hope from the government, enough to be able to survive. This is Sai Chisetti reporting for Citycast.
The number of abandoned dogs in Bangalore is increasing and the breeders are to blame. Our reporter Shreyoshi Mukherjee tells us more.
The animal rescue shelters rescue more than 100 dogs on an average who are abandoned by the breeders.
100 dogs we would have definitely picked up after they have been bred and left on the road or confiscated from breeders and rehomed, rehabilitated and rehomed.
The dogs rescued are malnourished with skin and vaginal infections. They are also kept in adverse conditions. To curtail cruelty against animals, the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act mandates breeders to register within the State Animal Welfare Board. However, little action has been taken by the government for its implementation.
I have a golden retriever. I sold around 3 to 4 puppies. The previous litter was sold 3 months ago and I don't really know about any license and I don't have one.
Experts say that in order to keep the puppies healthy, they should be kept with their mothers for at least 45 days.
Breeders doesn't follow all these health precautions for the animal and uses this as a breeding factory.
This guy wants to bring her back into heat faster. What he does is he separates them from the mother very early, maybe 10 to 12 days. So this has a very, very bad effect on the health of the pups. When they grow up, they have immunity issues, they are more prone to diseases, their bones become brittle, so they have hip dysplasia.
NGOs say it is extremely difficult to keep track of all the breeders as they are constantly on the move. The only way to stop these breeders is to adopt dogs and not shop them. This is Shreyashi Mukherjee reporting for CityCast.
That's it for today's bulletin. Keep watching CityCast.
For more stories, log on to the CityCast website.